Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Gay Boating with Tomorrow's Provost Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning, Huntsville. Good morning.
Hi.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Did I ever tell you when I sold cars, that was the number. I sold cars for 4 weeks. I went through a month and a half of training, loved the training, and then as soon as I started selling cars, I was like, I don't like this. But I had a great trainer, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man who taught me. And Kay, my memory is gone again, just like I was telling you this morning. I knew the guy. I've known the guy for 50. I can't even remember his name. Sorry, I know you, man.
It took a month and a half of training to sell a car.
He was very detailed, and we got paid for it. So it was this in-depth training, and I learned so much from that I took what I learned. The biggest takeaway from that, Mike Stevens, there it is. It just took him a while. Mike Stevens taught me this. Mike would use my phone calls to train other salespeople because we recorded every single call. I learned a couple of things. One thing that I learned was that when you're on hold, it is recording you. So when you get angry and you're like, oh, answer the phone, I'm so sick and tired of this. In the background, if you ever get upset, when you're on hold, they are listening to everything you say because we listened. It was part of the deal. The machines would record it, and we would use that as training to be like, man, pick it up, answer the phone, move. People don't want to be sitting here waiting forever. But the biggest thing that Mike Stevens taught me in any sales position is sell the appointment. Don't sell the product over the phone. You sell the appointment. And for the car industry, it was a huge thing. You sell the appointment. You get on the phone, people call, they want to start asking a million questions. I'm sure they probably do it at the school. They probably, anything. They do it with me when they call Hello Huntsville. Well, what about this? What are the demographics of this? I said, just come in, let me talk to you. And so and I learned that you don't give people a million options. You say, are you available tomorrow at 1:30 or in the morning at 10 a.m. or in the afternoon at 1:30? And it gets people to like stop and think. Because if you say, hey, are you available in the next week? Let me get back to you. Because I do that to people that I don't think about it. But if somebody gives me a direct time, it says, hey, are you available tomorrow at 11 or at 1:30? No, but I'm available the next day at 3:30. Okay, boom. So there was a lot of teaching that sounds common sense, that actually works really well. And Mike always taught us, he said, you've got to get in front of people and talk to them. You can't just try to sell. He goes, the number one problem that a lot of salespeople have is they try to sell these vehicles when they call over the phone. They'll call and ask questions. He said, so if you're answering the phone, sell the appointment, not the car. And it works. He was really right. And so after that, I started a venture in Georgetown, and it was a marketing venture that I had. And that's what I do is I would just meet with people. And people start asking me a million questions. I say, hey, I'd love to answer all these, but I think it's going to be better in person. And it is. You communicate better in person. Please don't communicate by text message. That's the worst. I mean, you can say hello and how you doing, or if you have an established relationship, it's different. But if there's something you got to talk about it over the phone, and then meet with the person. Call them first if you need to, and then just meet with them over the phone, or meet with them in person, and it definitely makes a big difference. So that's Rob's Wednesday wisdom. Okay, that's all the wisdom I have. That was it.
Well, you lose so much of the communication.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 55% of communication is body language, and I think 25% is your tone of voice, and then the rest of it is what you're actually saying.
Well, it's good to see you this morning, Rick.
It's good to see you too, Rob.
I'm just so happy to see you today.
Oh, I just can't stand how happy I am.
Now, I've heard about this, Kay, with the you're pretty happy. I've heard about this with the body language. They say that this
That's
isn't
closed.
But see, that's one of those ones though that I agree with the body language, but this one I don't. I'm a heavier guy. I like to rest my arms on my belly right here. You know, it's comfortable.
Well, I tend to stand like this a lot when I'm listening to people.
Yeah.
And I'm not closed. I'm just listening.
I think that's one where some people missed it because this one changes for everybody. I'm more comfortable and relaxed when I'm sitting like this, but I'm mindful that some people know that this is closed. So if I catch myself doing this, I'll immediately take my hands off. But I think I'm more attentive like this.
Well, see, I'm more comfortable with my pants off. So that just makes people pay attention.
You're in a meeting. Oh,
excuse me. I want to get comfortable.
You're at the convention. Hold on one second. We've got to show a fruit of the loom here. All right, let's get down to business. What do you got going on? Kay, I don't know how you do it. I love it. Anyways.
I work with children.
And she's married to one.
There you go.
She doesn't know what's coming out of my mouth.
Man. Well, I'll
No, because I was going to say, sometimes when I'm talking to people and I'm listening intently,
do you have your pants
and
on?
I find myself, no.
Oh, no.
And I find myself doing this. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. So I'm listening, and I'm not, I'm open to what you're saying, but I will say that because I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
There's
no armrest on the chair, or something, and so.
There is a very famous movie. In fact, one of my favorite movies.
Do they have their pants on?
No.
Oh, they don't. Well.
Yes.
My kind of movie.
No, they do. They do. But let me show you this real quick, Kay, because you're gonna know. Let me pop it up over here. All right, here we go. Let's go here. All right, here it is. This is my favorite thing.
With the interview. I just wish they had a little stupid cowboy in you.
I felt like I was on a spaceship. And
I'm just kidding.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good to hold them down by your side.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Happy with what was going on. And at the end of the day, you gotta be happy.
What did you say his name was again?
His name is Ricky.
Ricky Bobby.
So as he's doing an interview, he didn't know what to do with his hands. He goes, I don't know what to do with my hands. That's one of my favorite parts of that movie. Good old Talladega Nights. You ever see that one? Mm-hmm. It's a good one. So, well, hey, welcome in 449, and we're feeling fine here on a 449 episode 449.
It's gone. It ain't 449, buddy.
Episode 400.
It is somewhere, baby.
No.
Is it not? I guess it's only in the hour increment, so it's like 740, 840, 940, 10. It's not 49 anywhere, right?
I don't think so.
I've always wondered how that works. I guess it is always in the hour increments.
Mm-hmm.
And the more, I need to have that graphic. The more you know. Off of, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We need to have that. Welcome in episode.
Well, it's close to 49. It's 740. So
We're
It's
9 away.
okay, Derek. Let's not be splitting hairs.
We're 9 minutes. Welcome in episode number 449.
And we're feeling fine.
We're feeling fine. We want to welcome you in, as always, getting rolling here. Thank you for hanging out with us today. A lot of good friends already joining us this morning. We'll get to comments here in just a few moments. But we appreciate all of you so very much as we continue to promote and share the good here in Huntsville. Some news, a couple of things that are coming through. And we'll have more details on this. But Huntsville Memorial Hospital has they had a announcement yesterday, and so we'll get that up. We're just waiting for an official announcement. The Huntsville Item had posted something about that. Some really positive news, by the way, for our community. And once we get the official announcement for our platform, we'll put it out here on Hello Huntsville. But something that we're very, very excited about. It's going to be a tremendous blessing to this community, and we're looking forward to that. So that was some news. You can go to the Huntsville Item and find out more about that, but we'll have an official announcement here hopefully later today. And then also the Huntsville City Council on Tuesday. Was that yesterday? When do they meet? Do they meet on Mondays or Tuesdays?
I thought it was Mondays.
Mondays.
it's Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
So
Okay, then it was yesterday.
So a week from yesterday. So on the 4th, and I didn't even realize this. I went back and watched City Council meeting last night online, not the live one, but the one from February the 4th. And the Huntsville City Council has voted to offer employment to the new city manager. I think his name's Bobby Swigert is the new guy. So that is who he comes from Cleveland, Texas. They had a great pool of candidates, and he was there in Cleveland, Texas. So just right down the road. And I'm so thankful to have someone local and somebody that I think is going to do a tremendous job. All the candidates, I was reading through them. There was 4 different ones. They were all great guys. We put it out on Hello Huntsville once we received it from the city about a month ago or so. But great opportunity. It's good to have those moving parts because you're kind of, I don't want to say you're lost. I know Sam Maciel has stepped in as the interim city director, and he's a great man. Done a great job kind of carrying that for a while. But you got to have those roles filled as quickly as possible because you kind of feel like I wouldn't say you're wandering, but you need to have that guide in that direction. And so they've offered him the employment. I believe the mayor is the one that drafts up how all that works. And so that will be, hopefully he'll accept that and he'll come to Huntsville. So it's not official, but they have officially offered him employment, or at least made the motion to offer him employment.
Chamber of Commerce had their 2 candidates for the CEO position last night for people to come meet and greet and vote on who they thought would be the best to lead the chamber.
So it's cool. You think about all these positions that need to be filled, and all of a sudden it's like we're bam, bam, bam. Everything's kind of lining up. So, and the chamber, excited about that as well. There was a ribbon cutting that I went to on Friday. I think it was Friday in the morning. New business, Kids Smiles, opened up here in town, and talked to those guys. And from that, there was a dentist from the local area that is slowly getting out of the dental business, and he gave me some insider information. Breaking news. Many people already knew this, but I learned a little bit more. Across, if you're facing if you're at the front door of the Cafe Texan, and you're looking straight out the front door, they've been working on that property across the street to the right. You know, they painted the wall and cleaned it up, and I think Cork and Canvas is right next door to that, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it's so.
Ernst Jewelers.
Yeah, and Ernst Jewelers, all that is in that area. Well, that building there on the right, I heard that it was going to be a wine bar. That is correct. I met the guy who is actually putting this together. He has made a subtle announcements about it, and so don't have any more information other than I know that it will be a wine bar / bookstore. So that's going to be kind of cool to have.
Well, I won't be coming out of there.
I like that. So if I won't be going out, you know where to find me.
Yeah, you have a new home other than the doghouse.
Yeah.
So
when I'm in the doghouse, that's where I'll go.
So it's great to have, these moving pieces now coming together here in Huntsville, and there's a lot of other businesses being built as well. I was just telling y'all before that I've got 2 wonderful young interns that are going to be helping me out now, and so part of it is helping with what we do here on this platform, and we'll find out and start digging in more about what's happening and more businesses that are opening up here in town. There's a lot of dirt being moved if you drive around town. I mean, all over the place. And so there's a lot of growth and a lot of things happening here in Huntsville. And I think it's going to be a really exciting and important time for our community.
I hope we keep our small town vibe.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing, and we have great leadership from our mayor, from our city council. We have really great leadership and diverse leadership too. I like having diverse leadership. It's good when you have city council meetings where every vote, and I don't know how many's on ours, maybe 7. I remember in Georgetown it was 7, and like every single vote every time was 7-0, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0. Well, that may seem like it's a good thing because everybody agrees, but you need to have some disagreement every once in a while. I think disagreement is good because it helps people kind of have a different perspective. And, we haven't had the 7-0 or whatever it is votes on every single thing every time. And I honestly think that's good for a community because it gives people a chance to pause and to think about things. Because if you're just 7-0, 7-0, hey, yep, I agree, all of a sudden, what's your purpose even serving then? You just might as well have an automated robot hitting a button that says, what was it from Staples? That was easy. So I think it's good to have that in your city, and we have great leadership here that doesn't always agree on everything every single time, but they still come together and they work great together, and that's what I love about Huntsville. And I want to encourage people, this isn't anything political. I don't talk politics on this show, but I will say this: if you have a problem with something, reach out to the city. Talk to them. The folks there are very receptive. If you need information, they'll always get back to you. Just reach out and talk to them. It's easy, and I used to be guilty of this. I would complain about, not here, but in Georgetown, well, why didn't they do that? I'll never forget, I worked so hard to try to save our rodeo arena. And one of the council members, I was really frustrated with them because out of all the council members we had, the one that I didn't think would support us was the one that brought it and tried to get it on the docket or whatever you call it. They were the one that brought it up, trying to get it voted on, and the other council members didn't agree to it. And I was so upset about that because it's such a huge part of our history and heritage in the community I grew up in. 75 years of a rodeo that they didn't renew the lease that this organization had. It was a 100-year lease that had expired, and they didn't renew it. And I'll never forget, though, and this struck a chord with me in a positive way. One of the council members I was very frustrated with after that meeting, I was just sitting out in the hall and just by myself. I was sad because there was a lot of history and heritage that I knew would be gone. But he came up to me and he said, I know this was tough because why didn't you ever talk to me? Why didn't you ever call me? And I was like, he's right. I'm sitting here complaining, and I never did take the time other than that one lady. I should have got on the phone and called everybody and talked to them and at least tried to do that. And I think maybe there could have been maybe a different outcome. I don't know, because now I look at it and they generate $2 million a year off of this concert series. Like Alan Jackson's playing. That's what they wanted the property for. I mean, you're going to have a rodeo, you're going to have Alan Jackson come out and play on that. So I get it, and it's been a huge economic benefit to the city there. In fact, there's a nonprofit called Friends of Parks and Recreation. They got a $1.2 million check from this organization. So I understand that, but I do wish, Kay, that I would have talked to him, So if there's something that you got going on, it kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier. If there's something you got going on, pick up the phone and call him, talk to him, try to arrange a meeting with him. Because this guy told me, he goes, I wish you would have called me and sat down and had coffee with me. Maybe I could have understood what you were trying to do a little bit better. Because he was new. He didn't understand all of it.
Well, when I give parent tour, I tell the parents, I say, if you ever have a problem, tell me about it. I can't fix it if I don't know about it.
Yep.
And so that's, yes, he's the problem. But
you can't fix that.
She's tried 20 years now.
And buying a car doesn't work.
Yeah. Or buying several. It doesn't help.
But seriously, I mean, then that's why so many people will they're keyboard warriors or something, and they'll just sit and complain. But most of the time when they're complaining about it, did they go to the manager at that particular establishment?
Probably not.
And say, hey, I had this problem. No, they usually just get on the keyboard and start trashing people instead of
give the
saying
manager
something.
a chance to make it right.
And I think a lot of it, like I took an assessment test, and I think a lot of it is, like, I don't like confrontation. If there's an issue with something, I freeze up, I lock up. And we have an assessment thing here at church now, and it's actually really cool because it helps you identify, just like in a business, in a church, you build ministry teams, and you got to learn how to work with each other. And you got to learn what people's strengths and weaknesses are. I know that there's that strength finders, which I think is cool, but it gets a little super technical. I don't think you have to look at these things and like say, well, that's the gold standard. You know, I just want to sit down with somebody and get to know them. I can tell a lot by just talking to them, getting to know them, not by here's my top 5, although those things are important.
Yeah, there's a very easy one that's cheap. It's called the disc profile.
So it's funny you mentioned that. So the tool set that we have here now at First is we've developed a whole new system, and we've asked all of our church members to sign up for this new system. It's free, and it's our management system for the church, a really cool platform. But they include 5 assessment tests in there automatically that we can, and so we encourage as people join the church and get involved to take those assessment tests, and they take 5-10 minutes apiece, and it's neat because you understand more about why some people are the way that they are. For me, and this goes back to what I was talking about, there was a conflict profile on there. I'm 97% don't like conflict. 97%. I was in the 97 out
I'm
of 100.
probably 135.
Oh, you love conflict.
97. And so, and she's probably listening right now. I won't say her name, but there's a very sweet lady here that we joke around, and hers was 100. So yesterday we were looking at something, and she goes, well, I said, I'm designing some graphics. I said, do you like this one? Do you like that one? Oh, well. I said, never mind. You're 100% non-conflict, so I won't ask. It was just a joke. But the truth is, I think what happens, Kay, and I'm glad you brought this up, I think that some people just don't want to, they're afraid of the confrontation. Like if I go to a restaurant and I get bad food, I'm not going to, now here's the thing, don't go run to the keyboard. I don't do that, but if I have bad food at a restaurant, I need to start doing this, but I don't like conflict. I don't like confrontation. So the server, well, how was everything? It was great. Oh, it wasn't great. And I need to learn, and it's hard because it's the way I tick, and everybody has their own way that they do things, but I've learned to be a little more open about that. And I won't say a place.
But you don't have a problem. Most people don't have a problem going around to 15 of their friends and telling them they got bad service or they got a bad, that don't go there. Their steak was bad or whatever. You don't have a problem telling all the other people.
But
you just have a problem saying that person who could actually do something to fix it.
Yeah, and so I think that it's important to, especially in a business, like when I had my IT company, it's so important, and I always encourage people, if there's something, as an owner, if there's something that we did wrong, what can we do to make it right? If you give people a chance to make it right, they're going to make it right.
They're going to do their best.
99% of the time. And if they don't, either it's a bad business or they're completely unreasonable. And I would say that 99% of the time, it'll be made right if you would just tell them. And so, perfect example, won't say the place, but I went out to eat at a place. Bridget and I went to this Old Town Theater, loved it, went and heard a comedian this Friday or Saturday. We went out to eat, and I should have known better. I thought, man, we can get in and get out. And so we got there right before 6. The show was at 7. I thought we'd get our food in 20 minutes and then eat and be gone. Didn't happen. Didn't get our food for like 50 minutes. So here it is, 6:50. The show's at 7. They kept saying, well, the food's coming. I was like, well, the food's been coming for 30 minutes. And I finally confronted. I said, hey, what? And it felt, and I didn't like it, but I finally said, like, hey, what is taking so long? What is going on? And they finally told me, and the owner wasn't there, but the manager was, and I spoke with them, and they made everything right. They said, we're so sorry that this happened and all that. And I felt a lot better after that. And I didn't go blast all my friends or go on social media and, this place was horrible and blah, blah, blah. And
the only place you get in and out an hour like that is go to a buffet.
Yeah.
Seriously, because
well, no, like we'll go eat at Fiesta Taqueria. I'll get food in 15 minutes, and I can take an hour lunch break and be in and out of there. Or El Gordo.
You leave the restaurant, it takes you 10 to 15 minutes to drive to the venue and walk into the thing.
This one's different because it was literally like a 30-second walk. Okay. So this is why
it tells you where it was.
Yeah. So but they did. I talked to them, and they made and we'll go back and eat. The food was great. Everything was great. But I mean, there was a family that came in front of us, sat down, they ate, and they left, and I was like, they already got their food and left, and we haven't even got our food yet. And so there was just something that, but I talked to them. They made it right. We'll go back. I'm not bashing them. Great place.
You ordered something they had to go out and grow and kill, didn't you?
There was we had looked on a camera surveillance system, and there was a cow being slaughtered back there in the back. So they got him. And
I've had them before where they've lost my order, or they forgot to give it to the cook.
Or they forgot to give it to the cook. That one's happened before.
I mean, it happens. I mean, people are human.
Give people the benefit of the doubt, and don't live a life expecting everything to go your way. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
She's got me.
and if something,
it hasn't worked to throw any kind of fits, so I'm
still gonna do what I do.
There was and here's another thing too. I'm not saying this to put myself on a pedestal, but every once in a while, you'll feel a tug, and it's like, you want to buy that person. If you're going to the drive-through line somewhere and you want to buy somebody a cup of coffee or whatever it is. Well, I was at a particular bakery the other day, and there was a sweet lady there, and I just felt a tug that I just wanted to help her, and then she's like, no, I got it. And I told her, Kay, I put my hand, I said, ma'am, don't steal my joy. I'm paying for this. And she started laughing. She's like, okay. And then she left. So if somebody offers to pay for something, let them pay for it, because there's something there's a reason that they want to do that. And
I'll remember that at lunch.
Yeah. But it was funny. She's like, no, I got this. And I was like, ma'am, I'm serious. Don't steal my joy today. So it worked out great. But anyways, just be there for people, listen to people. And if you struggle with confrontation like I do, it's so important, though, to overcome parts of that, especially with business owners. Let them know that something's going on so they can fix it, so they can make it right. And it helps. It helps the business to do better. And it's easy, like you said, Kay. Please don't get on social media and start, you see these long discussions of things that happen, and that's detrimental to businesses. Mm-hmm. People don't realize, and I understand if you feel like but if you haven't even talked to the person or talked to the owner, it's a different story. If you've talked to the owner, talked to the person, they've still been unreasonable, I can see that, where you're frustrated, you want to vent about this, whatever. But if you haven't talked to the people, man, talk to them first, because it's detrimental. It could hurt a business. And I don't think a lot of people realize this, Kay. When you do that, I guarantee that people don't think about, they're thinking about one thing. They're thinking about, I didn't get what I wanted. And it's understandable if you paid something and something happened, that's a whole different story. But if it's a restaurant, if it's anything like that, and I guarantee those people aren't thinking about all the employees that's going to affect. Think about that.
Well,
all the people that work at these places, they're affected by those negative comments and reviews as well.
And I've been the recipient of some of those comments and stuff. But
I took it down.
I just snorted. I haven't done that in a long time. It's Rick over here. He's a keyboard warrior. Let me see. Yeah, he's got those calluses on his fingertips.
The knuckles.
But sometimes there's a blessing that comes out of it, because sometimes, you recognize that particular person never posts anything good about anybody. But then you'll have your raving fan, you'll have your people come out and say, well, that wasn't my experience at all. That wasn't. And sometimes I've noticed, and especially in some of the groups, if you go after a particular restaurant or say something about this or that, a lot of the keyboard responses are, they had an off night. Give them a break. Mm-hmm. I mean, people are coming back and I don't want to say attacking, but they're putting they're keyboard,
promoting the place.
They're putting the keyboard, warrior that's like, they're kind of like saying, no, give them some grace and kind of put that person, hey, you should have talked to the manager. I'm seeing that a whole lot more, where there's other people that are responding with, did you talk to the manager about this? Oh, well, no. Well, then why are you blasting it on social media? Go talk to the manager and give them a chance to fix it before you start blasting it on social media. So there are people that are actually on social media that are coming to the defense of these people that are being attacked, for bad,
Everybody needs a little grace occasionally.
Yeah, people need grace, and people need a little boost once in a while. There's things here that I've fallen behind on. You even called me and said, hey, what about this? What about that? And those things help people. It helps. If you don't communicate with people, and Autumn Wheaton just hit the nail on the head here, and this is a tough one. This is a whole nother show right here. She said, need to communicate with spouses about what's wrong. We can't read minds. And that's a whole year of shows, attacking that one. But she's right,
I wouldn't know. We never disagree.
I didn't think so. Every single thing y'all agree on. That's right, Rick. But I think it's so important, that communication piece in anything, in relationships, in the way that you deal with problems, conflict. Conflict can only be resolved unless people really know what's going on. Otherwise, it's not going to be a favorable resolution. And especially,
well, you should know what's wrong.
No,
I mean,
I don't.
That's
Nope.
just like, if I told Rick, well, you should know why I'm upset. He would be totally clueless as to what I'm upset about.
Have you ever? Outside. Let's like move away from the scope of the relationship, because I think we've all been in that boat about like expecting someone to know what's wrong. We've all been there, But on the business side of things, I've had people say, well, this and this, and I'm sitting there thinking, especially when I had the IT company, and it was like people thought that I could read their minds, and I remember someone just came in so irate about something, and I didn't even know that they were upset about a problem until they just started going off on us. Yeah. And I said, well, what is I said, ma'am, take a moment. What is going on? Well, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I said, I didn't even know. I had no clue. I said, can you give me a chance to make it right? I said, what do I need to do to make it? And in that moment, she stopped because she didn't expect that response. I guess she expected me to go back off on her. And then it was like, and then you brought it down. What is that? It's like that verbal Aikido, right? Mm-hmm. Remember that stuff? Wah, I threw her words back at her in a positive way. But then everything worked out, and we were able to resolve the issue. Not only resolve it, she went and told numerous people about the great service that she got in the middle of the conflict.
Yeah. I mean, I have 3 locations, over 400 children.
Nothing ever happens.
And, we're open from 5 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. I've got, like, over 25 classrooms. I can't lay eyes on everybody the whole time to know what happened. I don't know why your child got a scratch, but I'll try to find out. Mm-hmm. But you've got to tell me, that something happened and, give me a chance. But, I mean, I cannot physically lay eyes on everything that goes on in my business.
Yeah.
Nor can a restaurant, no business can.
No. And I'll say this, we've had one small incident, wasn't anything big, called you made the right call, got resolved. Super happy. I was like, this is awesome. And it wasn't easy for me to make that call to you because of my conflict problem, but I did. Because I knew that if I was like, I need to call Kay and talk to her, because she always said, call me if you had any problems. I called her. She called the right person. The person spoke with us. Everything's been great. And that's all you can ask for. Other people in that situation, well, I'm done. I'm leaving. No, call it and give them a chance to make it right. You guys made it right. That's why I believe, and not just because you're sitting here next to me, that people need to bring their children to tomorrow's promise, because you guys do it the right way. You take care of business and you take care of problems when they come up. If someone said that the problem wasn't taken care of, it's probably because they weren't talking to you. They weren't being reasonable. You've got to give people the chance to make it right.
Like she says, if we don't know about the problem, we can't fix it.
I mean, it's like that time I got the candy, and ended up in the hospital, and I called her. Right. No, I'm just kidding. Rick.
And I went out there and I personally pumped his stomach.
Yeah, he did. He said, well, Rob, you can't eat 5 gallons of these Zittles. He said, you just can't do it. I'm sorry. And then everything was fine afterwards.
Got the IV of the Skittles.
The Skittle juice. The Zittle juice. Well, all right. Well, hey, thank you all for joining us this morning. I know we've had a fun opening monologue here, but big shout out to Elliot Herzig, Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com. Our Heart for Casa campaign continues. An opportunity this morning, $40 suggested donation. You can get some beautiful jewelry, rosebud vase, chocolate, card, candle, all sorts of goodies. And you can go to our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com. Again, a suggested donation of just $40 will get you that. All money will go to Casa. Again, thank you to Elliot Herzig. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com. And, of course, we could not be here on this very wonderful Wednesday, not a Happy Tuesday, Kay, that I said to her when she walked in, on this wonderful Wednesday without our friends Rick and Kay Boning of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. A lot of you are commenting in. We'll get to those here a little bit later in the show. But we do encourage you, please like and share this broadcast. Many new folks are joining us. Had a lady come by and pick up a gift the other day that said she just found us on Facebook randomly. Miss Parrish, Joyce, is joining us this morning, and she found us too and watches now on YouTube as well. So, Joyce, we appreciate you and many of our other faithful audience on, as always. Thank you all for sharing and helping us to promote the good here in Huntsville. Let's step aside. We'll take a brief break. When we come back, let's do Rick's. Can we do Rick's Top 10? We'll do Rick's Top 10 when we come back.
I don't know. Can you?
May we do it?
Sure.
See? We'll do Rick's Top 10 when we come back. It's a great day. And then we have a very important K's Wednesday Wisdom. All that and more. Stay with us. More to come as we continue promoting the good in our community. And by the way, you know what I'm going to give away today? I have a little beautiful jewelry bag. We're going to give away some jewelry today. And courtesy of Elliot's Jewelers, I have a few that I'm able to give away this morning. And so if you'd like to win a little piece of jewelry, y'all are already saying, well, yeah, you had to do it on my day. It's not Cafe Texan today, don't worry.
Yeah, she's already got plenty of jewelry.
I've got a little gift bag of jewelry. It's a mystery of jewelry, but I can tell you it is very high quality, some good stuff that Mr. Elliott has provided us with. And all you have to do today to win that jewelry is text in the keyword.
L-O-V-E.
Love. Can you say it like Russell Humphrey?
Love.
That sounded pretty good. I'm thinking about if you went to Taco Bell.
Welcome to Taco Bell. The keyword's love.
I don't know why I mixed Taco Bell and love together.
I have no idea. Do you love tacos?
Text in the keyword love on the
0 degree, whatever it is. I can't remember. 0 degree. It's not the request line.
0 Degree Creations phone and text line.
That's it.
Some guy in here supposedly sponsors that.
Have you had your coffee this morning?
I've had some coffee.
It's
I'm also on a painkiller.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll give you the excuse. It's the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. Text in the keyword love. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. Your chance to win a little gift from Elliot's Jewelers. Again, love, L-O-V-E, with your name to 936-339-0139 on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We'll take a brief break. We'll come back in a moment, and it is Rick's Top 10 when we come back. Stay with us. It's a good one today. We'll be back in a moment. This is your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is KHSP-LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
All right. You know what time it is.
It's time for Rick's Top 10.
It's time for Rick's Top 10. All right, Rick. We got to blaze through this one today. What is it, buddy?
It's Top 10 reasons to celebrate National Plum Pudding Day.
Oh, National what?
Plum pudding.
Gross.
You ever had plum pudding?
No, it sounds like disaster.
It really does.
Sounds like a 2 a.m. wake-up call with Mr. Porcelain. No thanks.
I've never had plum pudding, but I'm okay with that. Okay, number 1. Because nothing says I love you like a dessert that looks like it survived the Great Depression.
These are ways you celebrate
Plum pudding.
Plum pudding day, all right.
Number 2, it's the only time you can say I love plums without actually eating a single plum.
Good one.
Number 3, a dessert so old, even Joe Biden remembers when it was invented. I thought we didn't get political.
Yeah, that's all right. That was a good one.
Number 4, plum pudding is proof that the British Empire was built on questionable food choices.
Would you like a little bit of plum?
No. Okay. Number 5, you can pour enough brandy on it to make your in-laws tolerable. That one was good.
I'm not sure that's possible.
No, it is with your mother. Trust me. Number 6, it's like fruitcake's mysterious cousin that only shows up once a year and somehow tastes even weirder.
These are really good this week.
I like these. Number 7, even Trump would say it's the best pudding, folks. The best. People are talking about it. Unbelievable pudding. Sounds just like Trump.
See, we went both ways. We went Biden and Trump, so it's
Yeah,
fair.
there we
It's
go.
equal.
It's
Fair and balanced.
Number 8, because nothing screams festive like boiling dried fruit for hours and pretending it's delicious. Okay, number 9, you get to explain to everyone for the 100th time that there are no actual plums in it. Why is it called plum pudding?
No idea. I guess there's no plums. Is there plums in it?
I don't know. I've never had any.
Garbage is what it is.
Number 10, it's the only pudding that requires a fire extinguisher as a serving utensil.
All right. Well, there you go. It is none other than the Rick's Top 10.
I enjoyed that this morning.
I just like that little bouncy head. Rick's got to get going. He had a call.
I had a call. I got to work.
All right, Rick. We'll see you, my friend. We'll take a brief break. We'll be back in a moment with Kay's Wednesday Wisdom. The fun continues here on the show this morning. It is your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville, brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Over 27 years of educational excellence. More information online at tomorrowspromise.info. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment as we continue on. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Imagine a professional office space that elevates your business image without the corporate price tag. Huntsville Executive Office Suites are coming soon to Lake Road. Enjoy high-speed internet, a fully equipped kitchen, and 24/7 secure access. Take advantage of our live answering service, advertising on our outdoor video sign, and a convenient location just a quarter mile from SHSU. Lease terms start at 6 months. Call Raven Property Management at 936-225-4378. Huntsville Executive Office Suites. Grow your business without outgrowing your budget.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit 94.3.
All right, we'll just keep the train a-trucking. I guess a train doesn't truck, does it, Kay? No. I should just give up on trying to come up with phrases and analogies because none of them are ever accurate. What would you say? Keep the train a-chugging. That would be better. I think I can. I know I can. I think I can. By the way, I think I can. I know I can.
One of my favorite books, Little Engine That Could.
Little Engine That Could. By the way, if you have a child 0 to 5 years old, they can get free books. And guess how? The Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, and that's thanks to Kay Boning and Tomorrow's Promise and the Tomorrow's Promise Educational Foundation doing great work. A couple of big events coming up. It's never too early to talk about. I know we're going to have Wednesday Wisdom in a moment, but the 5K color run coming up first, and then you'll also have Lasso Your Imagination, those events right on the horizon.
Yeah, actually, you can buy tickets right now for the 5K run. So
those are all coming up, and Josie has done a great job on y'all's website putting all those events together, and we'll share more information on our social media pages. I forget I feel bad. I forget there was one. It was like Imagination.
Run with your imagination.
Runwithyourimaginaton.com is where they were at. Yeah, I knew it was one of those. So go there, and folks, this is such a great opportunity for children. We get our books, and our children love them. Both Braylon and Caden get their books. You can go to unleashyourimaginaton.org also. That's maybe a little bit easier. Unleashyourimaginaton.org will showcase both of the events that happen to take care of these books, provided completely free. But they need the money because you have to pay for the shipping costs, and that's what these two events help do. None of the funds go to pay any staff. They don't go to pay for anything except the shipping cost of those books. So a great thing. And by the way, the 5K, the run with your imagination, there's a lot of color that happens at these. It's the color run, and that kind of ties into what we're going to talk about today on Kay's Wednesday Wisdom. What do you got for us, Kay?
Well, so many people walk into a child care center or a school, and they're impressed with the bright yellow and blue and red colors, and how the primary colors and how exciting and bright everything is. And what they don't realize is that's not good for children.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. Natural colors actually help stimulate learning, because when you have all those bright colors and all the different things on the walls, I mean, some places are just plastered with this, that, and the other on the wall and everything. And what do I pay attention to? What do I focus on, And
not much. You're changing your mind every 2 seconds.
And there's all this things in the classroom, and the teacher expects the children to listen to start her talking, and and so especially in your traditional elementary schools and things like that, with all those bright colors and different things, it's distracting to even just try to listen to the teacher, because there's so many things to look at and process and things. So it's actually putting your brain on overload. And children, I mean, adults have a hard time processing things in these environments, and like the studio here is natural colors, and gives you a connection with nature and calming and slow down and focus.
Good. So we did good then. We did good, Kay.
This would be a good room to have the children come in and learn things.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, we kind of wanted to have this mindset of like the living room of Huntsville, kind of. It's like a relaxing place, and children need that. Children need a place that they can relax, and you've got to make sure that you produce that environment. You guys have that at Tomorrow's Promise at all 3 locations, and you talked about in your Wednesday Wisdom, you know, some of the information, creating that calm and focused environment. And you're so right. I think whenever you started mentioning being focused, I was telling you a while back about toys, and it's just like we have so many toys, and you started talking about rotating toys. And so some of the toys we've actually put up, and we'll bring them back out. We'll rotate them. You had mentioned that. If you have so much, you can't stay focused. Oh, now I got to go run and pick up this. Now I got to go do this. The child's all over the place. One other thing, too, that
toy boxes. Not going to be started on toy boxes.
We have one. We need to separate it.
All they do is start digging out and throwing stuff around to get to the bottom thing. And then if the thing's on the bottom and they pile everything back on, then you get broken toys. You know, my parents, you know, weren't Montessorians by any stretch of the means, but they decided to put bricks and boards in my room and have everything on the shelf where I could see it. And that's very Montessori, is to have things on the shelf in organized fashion. And what I did with my children, you know, the boys, like they had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they had the Lion King, and they had Aladdin toys. And so they'd get them out and play with them, but I had little boxes that they went in, the little $1 Sterlite boxes. Mm-hmm. And they would put them back. And I labeled the boxes, and I drew a little picture so they know what it was, too. You know, now you can tape, you know, it's easier to print something off and tape it, but I didn't have a printer back then, you know, kind of thing.
Back then,
it was old days.
It was the Sharpie.
Yeah, it was Sharpie. And so I would have them pick up their toys every evening and put them away. But on Saturday, we mommy cleaned. And Aladdin all had to go in the Aladdin box, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all had to go in that box. And we would take and sort everything, because sometimes they would just dump it into one box to get done.
Yeah.
You know, but they knew come Saturday we would completely reorganize the room and put the right things in the right box. So they finally got to where they were putting the toys in the right containers. But all that sorting and things like that was working on their math and science reasoning, and teaching them classification and ordering and organization and things. Skills they'll use for the rest of their life. When you just throw it in a toy box,
there's no skill. You just throw it and rip it out and put it back in.
You know, and I've seen children, you know, just
and
I'll
admit,
the one thing,
it's happened at our house.
You know,
we have the big white box. Now I'm going to rethink this thing, Kay. And here's the thing: they'll dig through everything to get to the bottom, and then they're not even interested in what's in the bottom in the first place, and then they'll just go on to something else.
Yeah. And then all the toys are on the floor.
Yep. And then mama's not happy, daddy's not happy, and it creates
but
chaos.
if you have just a simple, you know, bricks and boards, and put little boxes of, you know, the different items and have them categorize it, you know.
Makes it fun, too, because you're putting them up. I always brag on Braylon, and it's, you know, thanks to you guys at Tomorrow's Promise. I love that she's so creative. And I think I told you last week that here I am again. This is scary. I know my teacher's name. I just can't think of it.
Avery?
Miss Avery. Gosh, this is really scary. I need to go get, literally go get my head checked. Miss Avery is such a wonderful teacher, and I've talked about her numerous times. I know her. I know exactly her name and who she is. But Miss Avery had given me as a parent the greatest compliment that one of the greatest compliments you can receive, and she goes, your little girl is full of so much vocabulary. She's like, she is way above her level of where she's at. And I said, well, it's because of the things that you guys have taught me here. I read with her. I mean, I was reading to her when she was in the womb, you know, and we talked about that. And just engaging, we read every night. And there's some nights where, you know, if we're kind of rushing to get to bed, we have a pretty good routine, but with children, sometimes things happen. And so some nights may be a little more rushed than others because I want to get her to bed as quickly as possible around that time. And there's one night where I just completely forgot about reading. We just laid down, because I always lay down with her and we'll talk, and then we'll read, and then we pray. Well, we talked for a minute, and then I totally forgot to read, and we prayed, and She goes, Daddy, we forgot to read. I'm like, how cool is it for a 3-year-old to tell me that? Daddy, we forgot to read. And so we made sure to read. And I attribute all those things, and her vocabulary is through the roof. Well, one of the greatest toys I think that they've invented lately are these Magna blocks. I
love those.
The Magna tiles. Yeah, I play with them. Mm-hmm. These Magna tiles are so cool because they just attribute so much creativity, or they I don't know how the right word to say it.
It's a new generation of Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, they're awesome, and they stimulate so much creativity. That was the word I was looking for. And Braylon, at first would just kind of stick them together, and as she's gotten older, 6 months, she was only 2 years old, 2.5 years old. She was making little houses. Now she's learned how to put the roofs on the houses. Now she lines the blocks up by shape and by color and makes patterns with it. The other day, Kay, she put it together and she goes, I couldn't understand what she was saying at first, and then I finally got it. She was saying hexagon. She's like, look, Daddy, hexagon. And I didn't know what, I was like, hexagon, what are you talking? And then I looked, I was like, oh my goodness, she made a hexagon. She learned that at Tomorrow's Promise. Mm-hmm. So all those.
Yeah, the patterns she's creating is working on those patterns she'll use for reading.
Yeah, that's cool. And it goes back, the blocks, natural colors, all this kind of ties in together with your Wednesday Wisdom today, supporting independent exploration. Whenever you have natural colors in a Montessori classroom, children, y'all encourage them to kind of learn at their own pace. And that's why, Braylon, it's neat because here's a child that may be growing at her own rate. There may be another child that's growing at a different rate, and that's okay. And you guys are okay with that. Mm-hmm. If you have a child in a program and one child is way behind and one child's a little bit more ahead, they're going to kind of slow down that one child mm-hmm. and try to speed up the other child to get them to meet in the middle. Not in Montessori. You guys embrace that and let them go at their own pace, and I think that's great.
And it's the same thing as in society. You know things I don't know, mm-hmm. and I know things you don't know, but we don't sit there and try to make both of us the same.
Yeah.
But that's what we're trying to do in a lot of educational situations, is everybody has to be the same. Well, you're not coming in with the same information, the same knowledge and everything. So you might sit there and excel in math, and I might sit and excel in reading, but I can always, hey, Rob, I can show you how to do this, and then you can show me how to do the math, and you learn how to cooperate with each mm-hmm. other instead of, oh, I'm in the red book and you're in the blue book.
Yeah.
And so it teaches people, the children, to get along with each other and help each other, as opposed to, I'm in a higher reading group than you.
Yeah, don't get me started on those lunch cards growing up. Gosh, Lee, we were on free and reduced lunches, and so kids knew if you had that pink card that there was something going on in your family, and I had the pink card. Well, if you had the white card, you had the white card that had 30 punches on it for the whole month. Well, it wasn't 30, it was more like 20, but you get what I'm saying. I just don't, that brings back some bad memories because kids would tease you, oh, you had the pink card, and only had 5 punches on it. So I should have been like, oh, you're paying a ton more for your food.
Well, and a lot of schools have went to uniforms to try to get away from, oh, well, I'm wearing designer clothes and you're not, mm-hmm. Kind of thing. And the stigma associated with that. Same thing exists with the uniforms.
Yeah.
Because I had to buy my uniforms at a secondhand store, or mine are a little bit more ratty than what yours are. There's still ways to convey that. Mm-hmm. But if you teach the children how to be accepting of each other and how to cooperate with each other, those things don't matter.
Yeah, no, that's right. Well, it is all about, just being focused and these kind of things, and just kind of summing up for Kay's Wednesday Wisdom. She was talking today about how natural colors supporting Montessori approach. We'll put this up on our website. Make sure to go to hellohuntsvilletx.com. We'll have it up later today. But there was 5 things that Kay put here: creating a calm and focused environment, supporting independent exploration, encouraging emotional balance, fostering a connection to nature, and encouraging a sense of order and beauty. I don't know about you parents out there, but me, I want all 5 of those things to happen for my children, especially number 5, encouraging a sense of order, because I think all parents need that order sometimes.
Get rid of the toy box.
Yeah, get rid of the toy. That was my takeaway from Kay's Wednesday Wisdom. Get rid of the toy box. We need some order in the house today. Well, hey, we'll take one final break. When we come back, we'll acknowledge many of you that are joining us. A lot of you are commenting in. We don't want to leave you out this morning. and then we'll also call our winner. We do have a beautiful little gift set of jewelry provided by Elliott's Jewelers today, and all you have to do, your chance to win and a final opportunity, is text in that keyword. Okay, the keyword this week?
Is love.
Love. Valentine's Day is just, 2 days away?
Yeah, it's Friday.
2 days away. Man, I better get with the program. So Friday is Valentine's Day. Yeah. So text in love. This is your chance today. You could win some jewelry to get you out of that doghouse if you're in it, guys. Text in love along with your name on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line 936-339-0139. As always, we are here on this wonderful Wednesday. Our friends from Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, over 27 years of childhood excellence here in our community. More information is online at tomorrowspromise.info. We'll take a brief break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us as we wrap it up. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
This is Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit of Huntsville, Spirit 94.3.
All right, well, back at it as we wrap it up here in just a few minutes. Kay Boning here. We kicked Rick out. We decided it was enough for Rick. We said, Rick, you got to go. No, he had some business to take care of. Good friends at McCafferty Electric doing some work. Rob McCafferty, great folks. Him and Frankie have been so good to this community. In fact, they do our electricity here at First Baptist. And so we appreciate the Am I saying McCafferty?
Mm-hmm. McCafferty.
McCafferty.
Yeah,
There's another one.
McCafferty.
There's another one that's very similar.
McCarty.
McCarty, yeah. Or some people say they put an R in McCafferty, but it's not.
No, there's not.
Yeah, none of that. Frankie, we love you. Good to see you this morning if you're watching. All right, well, welcome back, Kat, as we continue on. I do want to go over a few things real quick. A lot of folks are joining us this morning, and we want to say hello to many of you. Our friend Jamie Saucier is on this morning. Santa Saucier, good morning to you. Kyle Kreiner's joining us. I thought he said from jail, but it's from Jawl, New Mexico. Is that like a mix of y'all and like?
It's New Mexico. Who knows?
It's kind of like what you get closer to the West Coast. It's like, what's up, brah? So it's kind of like Jawl instead of like, yo, what's up, Joe? It's Joe and y'all. It's Jawl. Jawl, New Mexico, joining us this morning. Joyce Parrish on YouTube. Good morning to you. Steph Valley at Magnolia Kennel. She was chiming in earlier. We were talking about body language, and she said, I agree with you regarding body language, but don't you think the young generation is losing it because they do most of their stuff on social media and text? So I think it's generational. It's a pretty good point there. I do think a lot of things are being lost because of,
They do a lot of things on text, and that's one of the problems with society nowadays is they don't know how to have face-to-face conversations because they don't know how to read body language.
Yeah, I think it's critical. And I wish that schools, Montessori, you guys do a great job, but the masses, when you talk about children and going in through education as they get older, especially middle school and junior high, especially junior high, I think there should be mandatory, you got to be careful saying mandatory, but there needs to be mandatory basic accounting classes in high school. I really think there needs to be. When I was in high school,
it should be civics too, so much that our government works.
There should be that. There should just get back to the
basics. And I will
basics.
admit, when I was at 8th grade, took civics. It was the most boring class. I mean, literally, the teacher had us read the chapter and answer questions.
But there it was.
I mean, I retained it, but he did not. He was a coach. He did not do any teaching at all. Here's the book. Read chapter 5. Here's the test.
Okay, do it. We'll see you later. But I think there should be. If we were just in that break, we were talking about saving and investing in mutual funds. And if that kind of knowledge is what I'm talking about, teach high school kids, even junior high kids, teach them the value of $1 and teach them about compounding interest and how. Because here I am at 41. And I always heard it growing up. I wish that I would have started when I was, when I was a kid or a child. And you did, and great things have happened. You did, but there's so many others like me. I wish that I would have.
But the thing is not everybody has a parent that teaches, or knows how to do finances and things. And I was fortunate. I had a father that taught my brother and I these things, and we were fortunate that both of us paid attention and lived it.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people that have the head knowledge, but they don't have the discipline.
Yeah, the discipline and the application is the hardest part, too. Jennifer Augustinetti saying it's a wonderful Wednesday. She's saying, y'all find a Bible study to attend this evening. All right, Jennifer, she's put it out there. Y'all have a blessed day. Autumn Wheaton, I love Autumn. She came and had lunch with us at our we went to Louise and Oleta. 1212 12th Street is how I remember it. But we went there and ate. Autumn joined us and her daughter. She's saying, good morning, Huntsville fam. Tanya on with us this morning. Good morning to you, Tanya. Joining us here across the social media platforms. Tanya Kirk joining us. She is saying lots of trolls out there, unfortunately. We were talking about the keyboard warriors a little bit earlier. And Steph had chimed in, too, and she said sometimes it's new businesses bashing existing businesses, which is just wrong. I completely agree with that, too, Steph. My sister joining us this morning. She's saying, good morning, Huntsville. It is a wonderful wet Wednesday here in Central Texas. Blessed with rain again today. We've had a lot of rain overnight here. Appreciate you, sis. Thank you for joining us. Christine Mitchell, hello to you. She said, we forget we are all human sometimes. No one is perfect, and that's 100% right. Our friends over at Stainbusters Carpet Cleaning, they were laughing at Rick's Top 10 list a little bit earlier today. Ellen Duke joining us this morning from Trinity, Texas. Also, Stainbusters Carpet Cleaning. I need to give them a call. They said they love our town. Appreciate you all joining us this morning. And many other ones, El Turpening as well. The Horn family, Richard and Linda, good morning to you, saying good morning, Huntsville. and have an amazing day. A lot of people joining us. Thank y'all for continuing to help spread the good news. And we are here. We wouldn't be able to be here without Tomorrow's Promise. And if you go to our website as well, a lot of content that we keep that updated with. You can find Kay's Wednesday Wisdom and many other articles and good stories about this community. We don't charge for any of those, and that's thank you to our foundation sponsors, including Tomorrow's Promise. So thank you guys, Kay. You can go online to tomorrowspromise.info for more information about what y'all are up to. What is real quick, I know we're a little over an hour. We're going to call our winner here in just a moment, but I mean, here we are almost midway through February. What starts going through your mind? Like, you know, as these days seem like they go faster and faster, do you ever get a chance to just kind of take a deep breath and tap the brakes a little bit, or is it just go, go, go nonstop?
What are brakes?
No air brakes, right, Kay?
In my business, there's always something new. Like this week, we're doing assessments, and for some of the programs we're in, they want us to report what the children are learning and things. And so this week is assessments, and it's like, okay, yay. And so next week it'll be something different. There's always something new that needs to be done, or something that we're working on, or, you know, you'd think when summer hits that, you know, things slow down. No.
Probably speed up.
We have all the after-schoolers, and we do field trips, and then, you know, we totally have to redo what we're doing in the kitchen and how many meals we're serving. And, you know, it's just every day is a new adventure, and has, it's never dull or boring, and it's never the same.
That's why I love it. That's why we love having Braylon and Caden over there, because they're like me. I already know that my children are like me. They like to bounce all over the place. I think that's children in general, but especially my children are like that. So, well, hey, let's head over to our 0 Degree Creations phone and text line, and we do have a winner today. And let me pull this up here 1 second. I hit refresh a while ago, but I remembered where this thing landed, and so let's head over to that 0 Degree Creations phone and text line for our winner today, Miss Kay. Kay, you know this person too. You want to take the call?
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Do you know who this is?
Yes, ma'am, I do, Miss Kay.
Do you know why we're calling you?
Did I win?
Yes, you won.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We don't know what you won yet, but you won.
That's okay.
I've got like a bunch of.
Okay.
I've got some paint, some spray paint. Do you need like purple? We have purple spray paint for Tomorrow's Promise color. Would you like some?
Purple is not our
color.
color.
Well, you never know where I
isn't?
could use that at the museum.
Today it's your color.
I have purple on, but our school colors are blue and orange.
Blue and orange, yeah. See, I messed it up. Sorry, we have blue and orange spray paint, Tara.
Okay, I can make that work too.
All
Those
right.
are also Bearcat colors, so we can go with it.
There you go. Well, hey, it's not blue anymore though. Don't be talking about that blue, all right? You know, it's not blue anymore.
That's
Tara.
right.
Yeah. Hey, just kidding. We do know what you won. We have some beautiful gift sets from Elliot's Jewelers. There's a little surprise piece of jewelry that we're going to give to you today. How does that sound?
That sounds great. That just made my Valentine's.
Well, there you go. Don't tell my wife, but I'm bringing you jewelry. All right, Tara?
That sounds great,
Roger, I'm sorry.
We won't get Roger out of the doghouse, though.
Yeah. Actually, Tara, go ahead. I was going to tell you something after, but go ahead.
We'll just have Roger come by and pick it up, and then he can give it to me, and it'll be good.
Well, I wanted to tell you, actually, Roger called me a few moments ago, and he said, hey, I'd like to get some of that jewelry from Tara. So it was really Roger. You know, he's the one that did it, so.
Okay. Clean that up, Rob.
No, we'll deliver it to you. This is Tara Burnett over at Hart's Veterans Museum. She's our winner today. Thank you for texting in on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. Tara, real quick, what's been going on? I know y'all have a lot going on out there at Hart's. Tell us how things have been.
Oh, things have been great. We have the Veterans Breakfast coming up the first Saturday of March, which is March 1st, and we'll have that at 9 a.m., and then we have the Vietnam Veterans Welcome Home Dinner coming up March 29th, and gearing up for a new event that we're having, Heroes and High Rollers. It'll be a casino night and dinner and concert out at the Diamond G in New Waverly, so we're super excited about that. That'll be in May.
I like that, the Diamond G.
Yes, sir.
That sounds like a good rap song. What up, Diamond G? Or a rap artist. That's going to be my new moniker on the show, Diamond G.
There you go.
Well, hey, Tara, real quick, too, you need to come back on the show. I'm going to send you a link and schedule a morning and let us know, give us some updates, all right?
Okay, I sure will.
Come on a Wednesday. Come hang out with Kay and Rick and I, all right?
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. Well, hey, real quick, Kay has a question for you, all right?
What are you thankful for today, Tara?
Oh, I'm thankful for this community. I mean, the support that we get all year long with all of the nonprofits, I think is just amazing. Our community really goes above and beyond to show their love and support, and I think that's such a blessing.
I love that. Show the love here on Valentine's Day. All right. Well, Tara,
there you go.
Appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. Tara Burnett, Hearts Veterans Museum, our lucky winner today. And she didn't even text in today. She texted in earlier this week. And if you text in, even if it's once during the week, you have a chance to win, just like Tara. So congratulations.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right. Have a blessed day.
You as well.
All right. There she was, Tara Burnett, the winner today. We've had a lot of folks text in this week, by the way, too. We'll do more tomorrow and Friday, and then we'll wrap it up. By the way, real quick, someone commented on this. The Horn family said, thank you for getting rid of the Christmas wreaths. We had them up there for a while. They were more like a fall, wintry wreath, okay? That's what I thought.
Sure, Rob.
But we put up, this is from our friend, Steadfast Creations. Deborah Wine. She does beautiful, just beautiful home decor. She does the wreaths. And she made a little Valentine's wreath that we put up here today. So this is and look at this, Kate. It's got a key, the key to my heart right there. Beautiful wreath. You can go to Steadfast Creations. We've got them on our Facebook page. If you're looking for some really cool home decor and these wreaths and all sorts of things. She even does soaps and all sorts of stuff. She's here at our church, and I appreciate Deborah as well for helping us decorate the studio with her beautiful wreaths and decorations. So, well, that'll wrap it up. Kay, anything else before we go today? It's been a fun day.
Yes, it is. I can't think of anything.
All right. We'll go to tomorrow. I can think of this. Go to tomorrowspromise.info for more information on how you can get your children enrolled. Kay and Rick are here. They invest in this program. And I always tell people, please make sure that you are supporting local businesses here in Huntsville.
And everyone can go to unleashyourimagination.org and get a ticket to come to the 5K run.
Yeah, do that today. Unleash. I'm trying to type this out.
Last year
Unleash.
we had a lady participate in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
So we've had strollers, we've had wheelchairs. You do not have to run. You can walk. You can be pushed in a wheelchair.
Yeah, you don't have to be a super athlete is what you're saying to come out and do this.
It's a fun run. It's not a,
It's not a.
Not for the, Now, we've had athletic runners come and compete to get first, second, third place kind of thing. But
don't worry about it, though.
It's mostly fun.
Yeah, it's mostly hamburger guys like me. So come on out, enjoy a hamburger, and run the race, right?
Yes, I noticed you haven't bought a ticket yet, Rob.
We're going to be doing that. We will be there. So unleashyourimagination.org for more information. You can bring your family, bring the children, bring the strollers, and we will be there this year. We will buy a ticket, and we will be there, Kay. So, well, we appreciate everybody. Thank you for being here with us. We'll be back at it tomorrow with Billy Cawthon, with Jason Bay here from First Baptist, and we'll wrap it up with Billy Cawthon at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home on Friday.
You're just skipping all kinds of days.
I'm going to make up a day eventually. It's going to be some day that no one's ever even heard of. That's going to come out of my brain next week probably. So we'll be back on Schmar's Day. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow. Thank y'all. Thank you to Tomorrow's Promise, and thank everybody for joining us here as we continue to promote and celebrate the good. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville. As I end every broadcast reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Until next time, good morning and God bless. We'll see you back at it 7:30 tomorrow morning. See you, Kay.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
It's time to open up. Goodbye to the fallow year. Heaven help us now. Your promise draws near. It's more than a chance. It's your work in our heart. When you say you will, when you say you've done all things made new, so we run, run, run. Oh my God, you are faithful, so faithful. You've shown me so far. You're able, so able. Lead us now, Lord. We're with you all the way. You can have our hearts, our attention, and our praise. Out with the old, in with the new. I'm not giving up yet, 'cause this is the truth. It's just the start, so we dance, dance, dance. Your spirit's alive, so we lift up our hands. Go on, testify. Let the world hear your name. The kingdom is here. Let your glory remain. For this is the time, the reason we breathe, to tell every soul of the grace we believe. Here it comes, he's on the way. New heaven, new earth. Everything remade. All creation in rebirth. All things are new, no turning back now. Out with the old and we shout it out loud. Out with the old, in with the new. I'm not giving up yet, 'cause this is the truth. It's just the start, so we dance, dance, dance. Your spirit's alive, so we lift up our hands. Out with the old, out, out, out. In with the new, let the joy pour out. We're running ahead, never looking behind. Your promise is sure and your light will shine. Oh yeah. Out with the old, out, out, out. In with the new, let the joy pour out. We're running ahead, never looking behind. Your promise is sure and your light will shine.